Welcome back to our channel. For those of you who are new here, we talk about all things glamping and running our glamping site in Somerset, and we sometimes go and visit other lovely inspirational glamping sites around the UK. And in this episode we are going to give you a winter update of what's going on here and all our plans for next season. So if you like what's going on and you like our channel, then please don't forget to subscribe, because we love it when you subscribe. And here we go into the update. So firstly, let's talk about our lovely yurts. So it's the end of November. Normally we would have taken the yurts down about a month ago, but we've sold them and they are going on to a lovely couple in Axminster who are starting a glamping site with this blue yurt. And then the green yurt is going to Embrace a Space in Wales, who already have a glamping site with yurts and they just want another yurt for next season. So they're going. I'll be really sad to see them go, but I've kind of come to terms with it now, and I'm really excited about our new domes that are arriving next week from True Domes. They're going to be the same size as Ferguson domes, so 5.8 metre, and luckily the yurts are exactly the same size, so we can just pick the yurts up and then plonk a dome on top, is the theory. Obviously we then need to add the wood burners in and furnish them, and I'm going to want to try and make them really nice, unique and individual. So that's the yurts. We say goodbye to them, we love them, but they have run their course at Tracks and Cream and they will go on to a new life at another glamping site. But because we are replacing them with domes, what I want to do is now really snazz up these domes. So I'd like to add outdoor baths in each of these smaller domes. So we've got some decking which we're going to repurpose and put a small piece of decking into each dome, put the baths on there. I've totally got a Pinterest board which I am gonna show you, and then if you're in Pinterest then search us and then you can like tag me in different baths. That would be really appreciated because I'm all over that. So that's what we're hoping to do, try and kind of tart up the toilets, kitchens, make it all a bit more snazzy for next season. Next is the outdoor kitchen area. So we did this only in 2020. The deck was down by the old yurt down there. We repurposed it to put it here. It's never been quite right. Like, it's a bit Dodgeville here. I'm really worried someone's going to trip over it. At the moment it's really, really slippery. These are all like a little bit wobbly because it was just me and my sister that put it together. No disrespect to my sister in Australia, we love you. So my lovely sister has managed to get over from Australia in a pandemic to spend some time with my mum who's poorly, but she is now roped in to help me with these. But it's just not great. So although it was quite an effort to build that whole like sink area and put all this here and level it, and it was an absolute nightmare, we're now thinking it's time to just change it all completely. Also we've got kind of some sound issues, as in when people are around the campfire it can get quite noisy, especially for neighbours that are across the way. So Brian's vision is, bear with me, basically dig this whole area out, make it the same level as the event dome, so then we can build up those acoustic bunds that work really well around the event dome and kind of keep that noise in again, and then get a stretch tent. Now we did buy a stretch tent when we were at the Showman show, so we have this stretch tent and we're not too sure where to put it. Our biggest issue are these power lines. The power lines, if you watched our video, were the ones where a kite got wrapped around them and the Western Power came out. It was a total nightmare. They had to turn off the power to our village and neighbouring villages for about 3 hours. There's the offending kite stuck in the power lines. It was across, the string was across in the other power line, which you probably can't see, and then that snapped and it's now just hanging in that one. They've shut off the whole of the power to O3, so everyone on the village news page is asking why there's no power, and it's us. It was like literally the most stressful situation. But these power lines actually are more of a pain in the bum than you think, because when we were talking to our chappie about groundworks, we were saying about, can we dig out all this? And he was like, these power lines are so low that when he puts the arm of his digger up, he's worried that it might arc across the digger, and then that could be really, really bad. So he'd have to go really, really carefully under the power lines, or we try and kind of condense our vision or move our vision that way a little bit, just so we're not like underneath those power lines. Same with the stretch tent, we can't have it under the power lines in case it kind of unclips itself and flaps up. So we've got to be really mindful of that sort of thing. But I think we've sussed it of where to dig and then how to make this fire pit all beautiful and lovely. You're kind of just going to have to watch as it goes along, because I'm not sure how it's all going to pan out. But that is the current vision. Any thoughts on it would be greatly appreciated. So our last improvements include play equipment and the play area. It's not looking its best at the minute because, you know, it's winter. But this willow tunnel that we planted 2017, it's kind of in the way now. Nobody uses it as a willow tunnel. And also we had some massive problem with aphids last year. So the willow aphids, they all got on this willow. It attracted all the flies because they like release this like syrupy stuff. It attracted all the flies, all the wasps, not great for a play area at all. So we think we're going to keep the willow den, but we think this has probably run its course. So we're going to take it out, put it down by the pond where it's nice and wet for it, and it'll be happy down there. So here's our question to you. Do we take this out and put a new piece of smallish play equipment in here? Or do we, and come with me through the hedge, do we actually utilise this space here? Can you see? And like take one of these hedge plants out and then put a new piece of play equipment that's a bit bigger in that area there. So you could then have like a little pathway here to a big piece of play equipment that's better for kind of teenagers. So that's where we're at with the play equipment. What do you think? We'd really like to know. If you can leave us some notes in the comments about what you think about play equipment, what you think about stretch tent. Do you think we need to dig down? Are we making tons more work for ourselves? What do you think about outdoor baths? Have you got any cool things you found on Pinterest? Because you know everybody searches outdoor baths on Pinterest all the time. So if you can let us know, that would be ace. And obviously, I'll say it again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And we will see you on our next video, which I'm hoping is going to be all about the yurts going to their new homes and the domes arriving.